Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to the white.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Riley.
Get him off pig, Freddy.
Get him off big. Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm Richard Mullican, joined by my co-host, the man that wanted to give up, he wanted to give in, he wanted to quit the fight. But baby, when he sees you smile, it's like a ray of light. Sees it shining right through the rain. Baby, when he sees you smile. He is the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion and my best friend, Josh Brawley. Say hey, Josh.
I am not a fan at all of that introduction. I wish you could just stop this shit right now. We'll just do it over and you say something else.
When he sees you smile, he can face the world.
Damn it.
You know, he can
How
do
you
anything.
doing, Richard
What?
Lee?
You don't like bad English?
No.
Really? You don't?
I don't speak good English.
That seems that seems like right
Has
down
I
your
been
alley.
told?
That seems right down your alley. Is that song like that's 80s hairband music? I feel like that was.
It just depends on which band, really. I like
I figured it was every
80s.
band. Like,
No.
figured. I mean, you don't like. It was some. I'm shocked right now. I'm learning new things about you.
I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of tuned out like with Slaughter and Firehouse and
Sergeant Slaughter,
Mr. Big and all that stuff.
Maggots.
You know, like those bands of the late 80s. I
Yeah.
just kind of,
So you don't like
even Tesla. I really didn't.
I'm the one who wants
No.
to. Really?
Mm-mm.
I'm shocked.
They didn't kick ass like Guns N' Roses or Motley Crue or
But you listen
even
to that-
Def Leppard. Or,
I remember you listened to When the Children Cry.
well, yeah, but I love that
How is that
video.
any
That's White Lion. I like a few of their songs. They're different.
How is it any different?
Shut up. It's
All
different.
of it sounds the same. There's a wailing guitar. Even the Damn Yankees. Did you get into the Damn Yankees?
No.
No?
Even though the Nuge was in there, I didn't.
Not even Can You Take Me High Enough? Can you take me high enough?
Mm-mm.
Can you fly me over?
Mm-mm.
Nothing?
Sorry.
Wow. I don't even know you anymore.
Well, you know,
I can't.
it is what it is, man.
I can't believe you don't like bad English.
Mm-mm.
That was really their only hit. I don't know if you told me
Right.
there was another
I like
song.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood before I like bad English.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I guess I'm just a fan of all the 80s
I'm a
music.
cherry picker when it comes to music, and a lot of it don't make sense,
No.
but to me it does.
Like, you used to mock me for liking or just happened to listen to a song by like Bryan Adams.
No,
Was it
you
Bryan
can't
Adams?
say that. I like Bryan
No.
Adams.
You liked Bryan Adams, but yeah, that's the crazy thing though. You like Bryan Adams and Richard Marx.
They
but
are.
would give me crap for listening to anything that was remotely close to that same music.
See, you think it's close, but it's not.
Well, I said Sister Hazel, and you give me crap for them.
Nope. Them, Third Eye Blind, and I mean, I'll even say Matchbox 20 is in the kind of the same, but Matchbox 20 is more talented than both of them put together.
I don't know, man. Have you haven't really
Definitely.
listened to them?
Who?
To Third Eye Blind, and well, you might have listened.
Just
to
what
Third
I've
Eye
seen
Blind. Sister
on
yeah, just
MTV.
just what I've seen on MTV
and heard on the radio.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
not my thing.
Matchbox 20 had a lot more hits on the radio.
Well, even if you listen to their albums, they're all pretty good.
The first one was real. I love
The
first
first
album,
at least two.
but I also love the first Third Eye Blind album, and Sister Hazel has multiple albums. Counting
Well,
Crows.
Mm-mm.
You
I don't
Counting
like all
Crows
that
either. Jeez.
Sorry,
But Richard Marx does it for you.
dude. He is a talented composer.
I can't. I like Richard
He's
Marx.
made money. He's made more money off of shit from other people that he just
Yeah,
wrote.
yeah. He used
than
to write a lot
probably
of
money
Used
that
to-
he made.
He wrote a
when
few
he was an
songs for
artist.
NSYNC.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
But
He's
you'd
a
mock me if I was
genius.
listening to NSYNC, wouldn't you?
Oh no, I'd
What?
mock you if you listened to the Backstreet Boys.
See, now it makes no sense.
I know, it's
Now
a
it
puzzle. It's weird.
You said it makes sense to you. It doesn't make sense to anybody. I'm sorry. And then BT will be like, "Yeah, it does. Josh is my favorite. You get off Josh's back. Let him eat his steak well done."
Boy, you got some regression and aggression.
No,
and
I
you
looked
need
at
to
that-
take a recession.
No, I looked at that tweet. It was just basically Richard jumping on Josh for this and this.
Well, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Everything that I said, you dissected it, and you were like, "You're a fucking asshole."
You said you eat meat like well done.
Yes,
And I said you were wrong. That's it.
I'm wrong for what?
For
Wanting
eating-
it to
for
be the
ruining-
most dead.
For ruining the steak. No, you can't. It can't be most.
You
dead.
might as well just go
That is
out
the
there with
dumbest
a
thing
fork
I've
and start
heard
eating
you
at the
say.
cow ass first.
That's-
Just go in.
That's the dumbest
Like
thing
a fucking
I've ever heard you
coyote.
say.
That's what
There's
you would
not
do.
levels of dead. There's either dead or not.
Okay, freshness.
That's like you sound like somebody that said that was when she was the most pregnant.
Well, she would be at 9 months.
Well, yeah, that would probably be more realistic because they're growing and the baby's growing inside of them. Most dead would not be.
What I mean by that,
You know,
would be
zombie
like
cows.
stiffness. You know,
Rigor
you might could
mortis.
get away with eating a cow like after it dies and stuff a few days if it was cold outside, and then cut it up, then cook it. But like,
No, I don't think that's true at all. Don't do
I
that.
just
if you're
want it to
listening
be
the show.
away from the pink. You know what I mean?
I get it. You don't like
Because
any of your meat pink.
If
Got
if it's pink, that means that it's closer to being alive.
You like it to be brown. I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
it's more gray when it's a steak. But whatever.
I don't think you're cooking. Well, I guess
It is.
it's kind of.
You don't eat the steak that way, so how would you know?
Yeah, true point.
You like it bloody and
I seen my belt
See,
though.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think the people that eat steak like you
Yeah.
are more likely to be the people that eat pussy while they're on the rag.
That's the weirdest connection ever.
Well, there's blood usually on the steak and on the plate, and you just lick it up and all that. So you'd be the type you'd want to do that sexually.
I don't.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I can hear BT already agreeing with you. Yeah, he is. No, we love BT. Although we were kind of biting his show with Lance there for a minute, weren't we? Talking about music for that long. They've got
The record
a
store.
record store, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a they. It's a it's
Well,
just,
it's just
a
Lance, yeah.
It's on the old BT Stirs network there.
Yeah.
STSpod.club.
Yeah, good people over there. Go check them out. Yeah, man. Tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day that I'm a little anxious.
I told you, you need to go down there right now
Yeah.
and let that dog out of that cage.
I am. I'm going to.
And let him run free and let him
There is-
do whatever he wants to do for his final days of nutdom.
Oh, he has been
Let
humping.
him go outside and let him fucking run free and let them things just dangle in the wind.
He has been humping his pillow past 3 days, and I'm just like, nope, I'm not. I don't even care.
bet
Do
it-
it. Do it all you want.
I bet it looks like a Krispy Kreme glazed donut now. As much as he
It's
humps
stiff
it.
as hell.
Look at it, stand up on its own.
It's like, y'all should be ashamed of yourself making this dog lay on this slab of concrete. That's not concrete. No, tomorrow's the day he gets the balls chopped.
You
And
know,
dude, I've told my wife, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. She's like, what? It's not a big deal. They do it all the time. I was like, but still, I'm a man.
they
She's gonna
chop
take another
other dogs' nuts off, not
Yeah.
my dog's nuts off.
Right. Like, I feel like, is he gonna be mad at me? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not sure that they have that kind of capacity to understand. I mean, obviously, he's going to know something hurts down there, and he don't have what he used to have.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he'll put it together. You know what I mean?
yeah. I just hope it doesn't change him, like, because you
Well,
know.
he'll get fatter than a goddamn. He'll look like a little thumb.
Well, my
That's what. That's what.
that's gonna be cute as hell. Though.
That's what my daughter calls Greg and Kathy, my in-laws' dog. She's like,
Yeah.
hey, she's a little thumb because she's a little older and she's a Shih Tzu, and you know how they look,
Yeah.
kind of similar height to your dog.
My dog's half Shih Tzu.
Yeah, so kind of the same. He looks a little different, but same height and all that. But she's a little fatter and she's a little thumb. But he will definitely balloon up I mean, that's almost certain. 'Cause
Yeah.
I had a dog that he came cut. Like, we didn't have to take him and get his nuts cut off.
Yeah.
But
So you don't know how he was beforehand.
well, as he got older, he got fatter. But when we got him, he wasn't really fat. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long it was before when we got him. He was neutered.
Yeah. Well, my dog's a little over 1 now, like 3 weeks over, and we've had it scheduled because you were like, just let him run around. But there's the thing: you walk out of that room, he's pissing on something. It's like he has to, like he's drawn to just piss on some area.
He's possessed
We have
by a
har-
piss demon.
We have hardwood floors. It's like eventually it's gonna ruin his old wood.
Oh yeah, it's like pouring acid
Yeah.
on the finish there.
Yeah.
But I'd be pissed too, man.
So I mean,
I'd done broke him by now.
picked him up, pulled him in half with my bare hands.
Just wrap him in a blanket for a few days. He'll stiffen back up.
But no, I mean, we've been giving him treats now every time he uses his potty. And now he'll just get, like, today, this morning, within an hour time, he had used that potty 3 times. All of them were legit because the thing was going off and sucking it up. But it's like he knows he's going to get a treat, so he'll walk over there. But the minute I walk out of the room, it's like, piss on
Drip,
over
drip,
here.
drip, drip,
Yeah.
drip, drip, drip.
I'm going to pee on your stool.
Pee on your rug. I'm gonna pee on your floor.
Well, that's what I'm hoping is like we get this done and he breaks the habit of having to pee everywhere else and just pees on his pad, and then we can put our rug back down because we had like this mohair rug that was really nice, and we had
I like how you name drop
mohair.
this mohair.
rug.
You
That's
buy it at the boutique.
the only reason why I know that is my wife told me it was a mohair rug, but it was really nice. It was comfortable. If
We
I needed to-
imported it from Turkey.
Yeah. You better not put it on the same ship with all those poor people rugs. It comes over on its own. You understand me, Javier?
I thought you got him to take a fucking ferry boat over and get it himself.
Yeah. You row over there.
I put you enough nanners on this motherfucker to last for a month. I don't want no stops in between. I need my goddamn mohair rug, Javier.
He's gonna be
He's in a fucking life raft. Mr. Mulligan told me if I don't come back, he'll just get another one to replace me.
if you come up missing, I'm gonna send your family looking for you. That's gonna be the search party, so you better stay alive.
And motherfucker, they'll be on an even smaller boat.
Just gonna put them on a door and push off.
Good luck.
When you find him, tell him I'm docking his pay for being late. Oh. I love slowly how I'm becoming the $1 million man from the 80s. But yeah, man, I'm ready to put that rug back down.
I guarantee you I would be too.
Just, I'm hoping too that, with time he doesn't chew on things anymore too.
Oh, well, dude, my dog, she was, like that up until she was like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I had to replace, I don't know how many TV remotes, PlayStation 3 remotes.
He doesn't chew on remotes. It's more like cords.
Well, yeah, all that. I mean, like,
Does she ever shock herself?
I don't know.
She does piss on everything when I turn a light switch
She
on.
was good about like she was a ninja. She would like destroy stuff and I would never know she was doing it. It was like you're talking about.
Yeah.
He knows when you're present and he'll do it, act this way, but when you leave, that's when the dirty business gets happening,
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what's
go in here and just find something to fuck up.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going through his mind either. Because when I walk back in the room, I know when he's done something because his ears fall down and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like I didn't think this through. I didn't have an exit strategy. But while he's doing, he's like, "There's no way they can pin this on me." He's the only one in the room. Yeah. And then it's like he gets, it's like, what was it Chris Rock talking about leaving the tape in the VCR? You're not in your right mind when that's going on.
Oh, the porno?
Yeah, he's like, you left the tape in the VCR. So that's how you get caught. He's like, but that's the dog. The dog's
I was
not
more
in his
back
right mind.
when I was a kid. I was more paranoid. Like it was like right after I busted a nut, I immediately began being paranoid because I had to cover my tracks. Oh, good. Okay, get the tape. Get that out of there. Now you got to clean up and get this shit put up.
Now get your algebra book and do a few problems. Just in case I walk in now.
Oh man, good times.
Yeah. Would you go back if you could?
Oh yeah, I'd do it way different. I'd be even better.
Some people want to like
I
go back
record
in,
more TV, and
some people want to go back in time to do noble things, warn about attacks.
I just want to record more porn.
You just want more nostalgia porn.
Yep.
That's great. It's a noble cause.
Hey, I told you, I'm just like everything with me. I know it don't make sense, but it does to me.
I just want to beat off the 90s porn while listening to Richard Marx. I remember how you what was it? Told me, hold me, left me, told me. Time was all we had until the day.
Oh my God. Dude, just while we're here in this bullshitting stage of the show, my
that's the
son
first
told
few
me.
parts.
My son told me. Oh fuck! I forgot what he said. It was something. I mean, okay, we're grilling last night, and he literally quotes like 2 lines of our previous show.
Oh, really?
And I looked at him and I said, "Where did you hear that?" He said, "I listened to your show." I said, "Dude, my butthole got tighter than a fucking tree knot. I'm telling you, it was fucking like, oh my God."
Yeah,
You
but he's
couldn't-
in high school now.
You couldn't fit an angel hair through that motherfucker.
What did he say?
I forget what the line was. That's what I said. I just
It just sparked your memory. Like I've heard that
Yes.
somewhere before.
Well, he said it, and then he looked at me funny. It
Only-
was something that one of us had said.
OnlyFans or something.
I forget what it wasn't about OnlyFans. It was something we said within the first 10 minutes of when we're just bullshitting.
Yeah.
But I forget what he said. Oh, I can't remember. I'll ask him whenever I go home. I'll tell you next week or whatever. But dude, I said I immediately
How
started.
deep into the show was it? Was it pretty
Like I
deep?
said, it was about 10 minutes or
Oh.
whatever. He was listening to he said, "Yeah, I listened to the whole thing" or something. I was like, "Oh God," I don't know what I said, but I asked him. I said, "So have you been listening like this whole time, or are you just starting to listen again?" Because he had listened a few years ago.
Yeah.
But he said, "No, I just listened yesterday or whatever." Blah, blah. I was like, "Oh, thank God."
He's
There's
like,
some of them I don't.
No,
want him to
Dad, I
hear at
don't
all.
support you. Are your endeavors in podcasting?
I do not want him to support.
No, I
us
got you.
A lot of times.
I got it.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's just I was just talking about recording 90s porn. Like, come on,
And he's gonna ask your mom. Do you know Dad did that?
take that black box away from me, Joshua.
I think I got it. Hold on. Let me see. Dang it! I never can find. Oh, there it was. Dang it.
I'm gonna take that black box away from you.
That still makes me laugh.
Oh man, it does me too, dude. You know what else makes me laugh? And my mom, because my wife had to immediately text her after this shit happened, and my wife, they have been clowning my ass all fucking day. So apparently, you know how a few years ago we were talking about my wife talking in her sleep and saying all kind of crazy
Yeah.
shit. Apparently, that's me now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know that I'd been doing it for a while, but yeah, my wife's like, "You do it all the time now." I don't know what's going on, but she says whenever I talk, it's like she said, "I don't know if you're talking in tongues or what the fuck's going on," but she says I'm just like talking gibberish, and she says if I say words, it'll just be a couple real words, and then I'll start doing gibberish between. But she said last night, you were clear as day with this sentence. She said, "I don't know what you were dreaming about, but you said, every time you fart, flies come out of your hair." And then I go, and I laughed in my dream. And she said when she heard that, she just lost her shit, and she immediately texted my mom. And when we were coming back from the grocery store, my wife, she just started clowning me about it, like saying it and fucking laughing and blah, 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 blah. And she called my mom, and she got my mom starting to talk about it and this and this. Then my mom started telling stories. And she said that one time, and it reminded me of you, and then I told the story about you pulling the couch.
because you can't leave the heat on yourself.
Well, I told the story about you pulling the couch away from
Yeah.
the wall and walking behind it. And what are you doing? I'm finna take a piss. Let's go to the bathroom. She said my dad, he used to work a lot of 20.
Didn't I pull the mini blinds up too?
Yeah, he started messing with the mini blinds and shit. But she said my dad, he used to work a lot of 24-hour days and shit like that. When he'd have to work at the hospital, you have a certain time.
Wait, your dad worked at the hospital?
on the boiler and chiller systems and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Like
Gotcha,
on the
gotcha.
industrial
Yeah.
bullshit. Well, you know,
Well, there's his problem right there. He's got 2 of those. He needs one of those.
dude
Now,
said about
give me 14 cc stat.
I say you should put some WD-40 on the shit. Hell,
He's
probably
in there
make him better.
pounding a guy's heart with his dick. You ain't gonna go to hell on me now. Not on my watch. Breathe, damn it. Breathe.
But she said that he got home and, you know, he went to bed or whatever, and, like, it wasn't an hour. He stands up, and she's still awake, and he walks over to the corner of the room and pulls his pants down. And she immediately said, "What the fuck are you doing?" "I'm going to the bathroom." She said, "Go to the fucking bathroom then."
Your mom doesn't suffer a fool. It sounds like.
Well, she ain't cleaning up no piss on no carpet. I'm sorry.
Because it's going to be her job, not his.
Oh, definitely, because he ain't going to wake up for 10 more hours. He just worked a 24-hour
Yeah,
shift.
that's true. But I feel like now I want to see that Ray J medical show.
Oh, definitely. He's told me, dude. He's told me that he's been working, like, in certain spots and
This is a
stuff.
prescription for WD-40.
No, he said, "I've been working in some spots where I could look down. I see them cutting open a motherfucker." You know, like on the surgery table or
I
whatever.
don't think you're supposed to be able to see that.
I know what you're saying, but he's up in the rafters working on a gas line or
Like
something.
Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that whole area supposed to be shut off and sterilized? I figured
know.
if he could see it, like something could fall in there.
The mid 2000s was a motherfucker, man. I don't know what to tell you. He ain't got no reason to lie to impress me.
I don't think he's lying. It just makes me look.
You're like, wow, he
Yeah.
could drop a piece of fiberglass in that hole.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you on that thought.
That's what you gonna do is you gonna cut him right here. You gonna take out this bone right
Don't
here.
snip that. Snip the other one.
Today we're gonna be putting in a pacemaker. Now this
Which
is
is pretty much something I bought from Radio Shack.
this right here.
Wires and all.
It's a 2-stroke engine. Now he's gonna make sure he's got 2-cycle oil for this this pacemaker now.
You run it if you don't put in there.
Now about 3 more years he's gonna have to come back and get that carburetor changed out.
That's the way it is. It's factory.
Like I'm seeing part ER, part your dad there with the ER, but also,
he's in the shed doing
also, yeah, in the hot ass shed.
Yeah. Makes everything sterile.
Sweating all into the holes. So-
No, the heat will kill all the germs.
but basically, kind of like the $6 Million Man's intro of medical. You know what I mean? Like they're rebuilding people with machinery.
I'm the unknown surgeon.
See, now is when I wish
Well,
we
I've
could
never
draw.
had a medical license, but I've cut men plenty.
What you gonna do is get it real sterile. You want to spray that WD-40 up in there.
Hey.
Oh man.
Do a triple bypass. I'm the unknown surgeon from Bemis, Tennessee.
And you can go ahead and just assume that he doesn't have a license.
Oh, yeah, because he don't have a license for anything.
What do I need a permit for? If he wants me to cut on him and pull out his heart and replace it with another heart that we got from somewhere else,
He's missing a big market in India. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he could be on the street corner somewhere and make a shit ton of rupees.
he's got his own WD-40 like
Commercial
brand.
over
Yeah.
in India. He's like, whenever I'm doing surgery on the son of a bitch and I need to replace a fucking tendon or something, I need this WD-40 right here. Antiseptic brand.
Oh man.
They can get away with it over there because there's no FDA.
Right.
You can claim whatever over there.
I want to see that show now.
Oh, man.
Have you ever I know at one time you were thinking about just talking to him and recording him for a minute and getting some like, how would you hunt this? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure he'd play into that because he's one of them, he's got to be in a certain mood or it's just miserable. Like,
It's just miserable being around him.
which reminds me, the Mustang is back into action.
Woo!
It's Action Jackson, right?
Yeah.
But whenever I went over there, after we recorded the show last Sunday, man, like, I had to tell him at one point because I went through about an hour of every single time I would like ask him a question.
Mm-hmm.
Or he would ask me a question, and it wouldn't be the answer he was looking for. He would fucking just, well, goddamn, he'd get that fucking high pitch, what are you doing? Yeah. And finally, after about an hour
Not
of
a
that,
wordsmith is what I'm getting at here.
finally, after about an hour of that, he did that to me, and I fucking I looked at him, I said, why the fuck are you acting like anytime you ask me a question or I answer, the wrong shit for you, you just act like somebody just stuffed a thumb up your ass. He didn't fucking sell it at all. He just kept doing it. But he stopped right after he got done saying what he was saying, and he didn't do that shit no more. I had to call him out, but I'm like, God damn.
Stood up to him. Like,
well, yeah, but I mean,
if you stand up to a bully, he will either back down or beat you more profusely.
Every single thing was like, oh, goddamn.
Maybe he was just in a bad mood.
Somebody stuffed a thumb right up his ass.
What would that reaction be?
Exactly what he did. Goddamn! Motherfucker! Don't you know that? But yeah, we finally, we got it all fixed up. I had never dealt with ABS. I've never worked on a car.
American Broadcasting System?
No, anti-lock brake system. Anyways, I never
That's
worked.
some BS. No,
I
it's
had never
ABS.
worked on a car that new.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that there's no partition in the fucking master cylinder. Because,
You dumbass.
like,
No,
on my
I'm
truck and
Right.
all older cars, if you take the brake master cylinder cap off, you'll see there's there's like a partition. There's a small side, which is the front, and the back is the bigger side. And that's how you can work on the front brakes and not have to bleed the entire braking system. You know what I mean? Because it's that little wall that divides it. Dude, I didn't know that. So
I don't either.
all that, I told you I had to fucking like go to a Facebook group and ask questions and all this.
Your
And
dad didn't either because he probably never worked on
he'd
anything.
never worked on something more than like a fucking 80-something. Dude, I'm going to be
I'd be
honest
the
with
best
you.
damn mechanic back in time, but right now.
My truck is a 1977 Ford.
Yeah.
Okay? When we changed my front brakes on the truck, he was going, I ain't never done nothing this goddamn new. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Look up at one of them videos. Like, that's my dad. Like, he's used to working on super old shit. Disc brakes fucking baffled his ass.
I mean, he would probably feel at home in Cuba with those old cars.
You're fucking right, man. He would. But now,
I'll go over there, Frida. Start a land bridge with my dick.
I could see
He
him.
can walk across it.
I'll get them at least 20 miles up the road. They'll have to fucking swim the next 70.
I can just touch bottom with this thing and drag it along the ocean and walk us across.
But honestly, man, like the more we're fucking with my car, the more comfortable he's getting. And I'm thinking he's watching videos and shit too.
Yeah.
So, he's wanting to fucking,
I'm
mess
telling
with
you
the
right
car
now,
and stuff.
YouTube
I'm
has
liking
been
it.
a lifesaver
Oh, definitely.
for like people trying to learn how to do things. Because there's been times where I've looked at something and I'm like, fuck, that's going to be difficult. You know what I mean? Like I look at it first and I'm like, what would that take? And then I look it up and I'm like, well, that don't seem difficult.
not bad at
Yeah,
all.
that's not.
Yeah.
This is like 3 screws. Like my door locks on the Explorer, like my driver's side, would not pop up and down. And I was like, what the heck's wrong with it? And there's just like this little gadget in there that has power that makes the door lock go up and down. Well, that had just played out. So I had to get another one, and I had to change it. I was like, man, that's going to be hard. That was like 5 screws.
Right. You just got to be comfortable taking the door panel off.
And I got comfortable with it. I did
Well, I
it
mean,
like 5 times.
I've
I've already changed that thing out 3 times.
well, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like the 3rd time was the last time I changed it, and I'd gotten so comfortable with it that I was just like, I got it done in like 6 minutes. Like I just had my drill, and I was like, zip, 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 done. And that was it. And I told my wife, I was like, I feel like I set a record. Like I've done this so much. The 2nd time I did it, I got cocky because once you do something the first time, you're like, okay, I know exactly what to do now.
I'll start long stroking this hoe.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Well, I put it all back together and couldn't open the damn door from the inside because I forgot to put the door handle back together right. So I had to take it apart. Well, then after I got the door handle back on, I dropped a bolt down in the door handle and had to take the door panel back off to get the bolt.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, oh, dude, I put that door handle. I put that door back together like 5 times.
I would have lost my shit.
Oh, I did. I was like you, with some fresh spaghetti in my seat.
Made up cuss words.
Yeah. Farfanugan. Just Farfanugan. What was that, Daddy? I don't know. Speaking of which, the steamer works really well if you still need it for your spaghetti stains.
I got a wet rag after it happened. Just
that
scrub
worked
the
too.
carpet.
So the wet rag did better than the... Okay,
I mean, I don't know.
Tried that.
You know.
I know I've been steaming the hell out of my car out there. I've got to get it sold. I just haven't tried.
Well, I'll give you like $1,500 for it right now.
I'm gonna need probably double that at least. I'm hoping I can sell it for.
No, I can't do that. Got to buy a building from a pad out back. Sorry.
Well, I'm hoping I can sell it for a good amount of money just to put on this new car's payment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The interest rate on cars are tremendously high.
Which shouldn't be the case.
No, but I mean, it's like the interest rate on the car is about double what the interest rate on my house is. Like, and the interest rate on the house is good. Don't get me wrong. It's probably 150% higher on the car's interest. I think it's like 6% interest on the car and like 2 point something on the house.
Well, 6 is pretty good for a car, I think, nowadays.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you don't want to be paying that for long. So.
A lot of people are doing a lot higher.
Oh, yeah.
My stepson, he just did his first car purchase, right? Him and his little girlfriend, they moved to Memphis, and they're doing their own life and all that. And they needed another car. Like, he was taxing them both back to work and all this shit, and that's not working. So they go to the Toyota dealership down there, and he ended up paying, I think it was, it's like, I think it's like 35% interest or some shit.
Jeez.
It's like one of the highest fucking interest rates I've ever heard of in my life. The payment ended up going to be like, I think it was $500 and something a month for a Toyota Corolla.
Does he not have credit?
Like, he's never financed anything.
Yeah.
Like, anything has always been in either Greg and Kathy or somebody else's name. So he doesn't have any credit.
Gotcha.
So
that was the first thing I got credit on was like
it ended up being like he was going to end up paying like $35,000 for a $25,000 car.
Right.
And it's just because the interest rate is so fucked up. It's not 35%. It's probably like, I think it's maybe like 17.
Yeah, that's
something
still
like
pretty
that.
high.
It's really high. And what they told him to do is like just pay for this for like maybe a few months, get yourself established, then go to the bank. Maybe like even after a year, go to the bank after you've got some credit built up, and you can refinance it, and it'll be a lot better. Yeah. But if you want to do it on your own, you're gonna have to do it like this.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing I bought was like, I can't remember the first things I bought, but like I remember the first thing that really affected my credit was buying my wife's engagement ring. Because I bought it on credit. I got a credit card and just paid on it because, I didn't have the money back then to drop anything on, that much money on anything.
Well, I ruined my credit when I was 13 or 14 years old.
Columbia House?
Yeah. I was like, shit, I don't like Steely Dan.
That shouldn't affect your credit now, though.
I don't know, man. It's pretty much illegal what they did in the first place. It was also illegal me saying I was 18. Getting them CDs, I guess. But
did that mess up your credit for real?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it, for some reason I thought it did, but I think what really ruined my credit to begin with was it was a Macy's or Goldsmith's credit card.
You going in there buying all the colognes?
Well, no. It was, how like back in the day, you just walk through a department store, and you got these pretty little girls working there, and then all of a sudden they start talking to you. And they're like, hey, if you apply for this card, you can spend this much money today and it'll only be this much a month, blah, 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 blah. She fucking carded me into a Goldsmith's credit card. And I only had a $300 a month or a $300 credit limit.
Yeah.
And I spent every bit of $275 that day. Bought me a watch, a couple shirts. That was back when Fossil watches were the thing to have.
Oh,
Get the
man.
little tin can.
Well,
with
you
it
wasn't
and all
18 then, were you?
that. Oh, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So she carnage you into getting it, and then you never paid for it, I'm assuming?
Oh, no. Why would I do that? And then I got a thing from the sheriff's department saying there'd be a warrant for my arrest if I didn't pay for it a certain amount of time. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. So I immediately got the funds up, and I paid it was almost $500 because of the interest
yeah.
that had built up.
Usually, though, they sell it to like a credit company, like a credit recovery company.
They went straight for my balls.
Yeah.
Like the Madison County Sheriff's Department sent me a letter.
I feel like that would be a civil matter.
I don't know, man. I'm just telling you that's what happened.
No, I don't doubt you. I'm just saying, like, maybe they falsified some shit.
Maybe I was supposed to go to court and I never showed up. I don't know.
That could be a thing, though. Maybe you were going to court. Maybe they sued your ass and you just didn't go.
Could be.
And they were like,
It's a foggy time in my life at that point.
I could tell what time it was.
My ex-wife was checking the mail. I mean, come on. I'll get this motherfucker.
He's going to jail tonight.
I didn't know I had unpaid parking tickets till I got a fucking arrest warrant thing in the mail.
Have you ever been arrested?
No,
Okay.
never. I just been threatened with it a few times if I didn't do something, and then I did, But that's how I found out. I was told that if I didn't pay this much money by this date, that an arrest warrant would be issued for a parking ticket.
Yeah.
And, dude, I was parked downtown at a job I was at for Tim Ferguson, and for some reason I drove, I guess because of where it was at.
Yeah.
I was just driving there every morning because I knew that's where I was going to be anyways.
Right.
And I didn't go to the shop, get in the truck, and all that. So, apparently, the parking enforcement people had wrote me a ticket but didn't lay it on my fucking...
Or it blew off.
Or some asshole pulled it off. That way I wouldn't know and get one of these letters.
Yeah. You think somebody did that?
It's very possible.
Now, the moral of the story is if you want Josh to do anything, you have to threaten him with arrest first.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. A bill collector called me 2 weeks ago.
Really?
And that I knew it was a bill collector. Said, is this Joshua Lee Briley? I was like, who is this? Like, this is Randy with PLA Services, blah, blah, blah.
Well, then this is not Josh.
No. I said, do you work for the federal government? What? I said, are you an employee of the federal government of the United States of America? Well, no, this is Randy with PLSA. Click! Unless you are a government official, I am not threatened by you in the least.
Well, I know
It is what it is.
Most of those places just they buy the debt from wherever.
Yeah.
Like, so if you had a hospital bill and they send it
kind
to
of like legal
collections-
loan sharking, huh?
Yeah, basically. So if you owed $500 at the hospital.
Well, you owe me $700 now.
Well, no. The credit recovery company would buy that debt for a fraction of the cost from the hospital. So the hospital would be like, look, we're going to turn it over to collections.
You give me $300.
Just give us $100 or something like that. And then the collection agency charges you full price, and that's how they make money. They've made, $400 off of it. If they can
The
get
only
you to
difference
pay,
between them and Vito Scramioli is they're not going to break my knees.
right. They'll call you and they'll harass you, like, come on, pay
I'm
us.
going to fucking fuck your family
But most
up.
of the times, if they can get a little bit more than what they paid for the debt,
Right.
you can get off cheaper.
Well, they definitely got it from me from that fucking Goldsmith's card. I owed $275. They got almost $600.
Was it worth it?
No,
Do you still have the watch?
absolutely not.
You'd have nothing from that.
No, that was in 2001, dude.
Yeah.
That's 20 years ago. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
My God, 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah. It's
And you know what else is amazing?
what?
That t-shirt thing. The t-shirts you can find at P3 Radio on Teespring, and it's tinyurl.com/P3 Radio Tees. Do your spill.
Well, if they go over there, Josh, what are the shirts they're going to find?
Thank you. Needed that encouragement. They're going to find that P3 Radio 80s tee. They're going to see the ECW-like t-shirt. Dwayne's still going to get that truck. Ray J soda can t-shirt. So much more. tinyurl.com/P3 Radio Tees.
tinyurl.com/P3 Radio Tees, the home of P3 Radio merchandise.
Not tonight. I've got a headache. That's what I hear when I come home. Killing me with this. And now her headaches
Have gave me blue balls.
Now she wonders why I stay gone.
Look at me!
Don't she realize a man needs loving?
You damn right.
And I live on dreams alone.
Joshua?
And don't she understand? A man goes looking
Oh, me.
for things he ain't been getting at home.
That is straight to the point.
Motherfucker!
Now I'm
We
not
all-
laying the blame upon her,
Shit!
and I'm not saying
Hey,
it's all
Hill. Want to say
we mistook love for
This guy's really ruined your life.
a bed of roses.
Little David Wilkins, not
Now
tonight.
the
I've got a headache.
roses are
Off
dead
the
and
bloom.
not tonight.
I think this is something we can all relate to, though, right? Seriously. We're married. You've been married for like
That's what
fucking 30 years or whatever it is.
16?
When
Close.
I come
Probably feels like 300.
It was Josh saying that, not
now
me.
her headaches have brought
But yeah.
me heartaches, and now she wonders why I stay gone.
It's kind of like taking dill powder and pouring it onto your
And
butthole.
now she wonders why I stay gone.
It was almost like you're talking about wanting to feed it a peanut.
Seriously, would your wife put up with that? Like, how much of that bullshit would your wife put up with?
What?
I don't know where Richard's at. He must be at that damn bar with some of them damn women. Like, seriously,
That's a country song, man. That's
No.
not real.
I'm just a hypothetical. How much of that could you get away with?
-1.
I think I'd get about 2 pumps into that sumbitch, and then that shit would be shut down. Like, look, this is number 2. You didn't come home. What the fuck's really going on?
Right.
I'd be getting followed that third time.
I don't know anybody that's really just not come home. You know what I mean? Have you gonna tell me a time when you did it?
She wasn't there that time, but I didn't show up. But she was at work all night, so I got away with it.
Oh wow.
No, I didn't cheat on my wife.
That's what it sounded like.
No. Honestly, I didn't cheat on my wife.
Okay.
I just didn't. I fell asleep somewhere, being fucked
Trying
up.
to cheat on my wife.
No. I just fell asleep somewhere else, and I didn't wake up till like fucking 6 something. I was like, shit.
Well, that's not shocking. I watched you fall asleep in your front yard one day. Just crumble in the alley.
To be honest, it was only a few blocks from the house, so I mean, it wasn't that far.
Oh yeah, your brain just shuts down when you get close enough. It's close enough.
It's good enough.
We'll sleep right here
Shut
on the lawn.
it down. Turn this shit off.
Go ahead and turn the TV off. We're going to bed. I ain't no need to walk inside the house.
Oh, and that's close enough.
Dog take care of me from here. She'll bite anything that comes up.
Oh,
Sure
my
about
God.
it. I'm good.
Yeah. Since I've been with my wife, man, I pretty much fell asleep pretty close to the house every night.
That's not something to be proud of.
It is from how it was before.
Pretty close to the house. If I can throw a rock and I'm in the right state of mind and I can throw a rock and hit my house, my brain
I'm
just
good.
shuts off.
It's fine.
You just look at whoever's driving
That's
you
good
home.
enough.
I'm gonna tell you this, cowboy. You might
Just
want
dump me out here.
You might want to blindfold me. As soon as I see that house, I'm shutting down. They gotta lead you in. Oh no, we hadn't tricked it. I'm falling asleep.
See,
You just
that's
pass out
why
on the
my
stairs.
mom was so comfortable.
Yeah.
Leave his ass out
Just leave
there.
him out here.
There's nothing new.
It's just 32 degrees. He'll be fine.
Hell, I remember the summer of I remember the winter of 04 whenever he was out there in the fucking 12 inches of snow. Had to go to the hospital. Frostbite on his dickhead. They snipped 3/4 of an inch.
So they basically took all of it. Oh boy.
So I think we need to touch on this
Yeah.
because of
Well,
what we touched on last week, right?
There you go. Not what we were just talking about. We definitely don't want to touch on that.
Oh, don't know. Leave that alone. So OnlyFans, I know what we said last week,
Yeah.
and you know,
Well, that was because they posted it. It wasn't
right?
we made
they
up
were
some
pretty.
stories.
They were pretty convincing in their convictions. No more porn. That's over with. Well, now there has been an outcry. Now, dude, I got to thinking about this, and this is pretty much the only time, or one of the only times, that I could think about the way that, you know how internet people are now?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the outcries and
Yeah.
the fucking, oh, goddamn, why are you doing this? And it's always usually for a lot of the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, like the most recent one was the coach from Lipscomb University in Nashville. It's Trent Dilfer.
yeah.
And he apparently grabbed a kid by the shoulder pads like here, and he was like, sit down. And they like walked him over to the bench and yelled at him, told him to sit down. And I guess they had some kind of disagreement. Well, he came out today and said, I was wrong. I probably should have been more of a leader, and I singled him out, and I shouldn't have. But I'm like,
You're a coach.
yeah, that's just what happens.
That's what you
know?
do.
You didn't like punch the kid or duct tape his hands together and
Sit
throw
the
rocks
fuck
at him.
down.
Yeah, he just grabbed him by the shoulder pads like you would if you were blocking him, and walked him back to a bench. Now he did it while he was yelling at him, and that's what people got pissed off about.
Yeah. You know, I can understand that, but whenever you hear football coach,
Yeah.
that's almost like staff sergeant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
like he's the man telling you what the fuck to do.
Right.
And
Otherwise, you're going to get hurt out there.
he is just in it as much as you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? As far as mentally and that intensity and all that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the coach's job, that's a fucking fucked up job to
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, I've done it before. I've coached football.
you know,
It's-
you got to be into it just like you were a player on the field. Probably more into it.
yeah, because you got to
Watching everybody,
Yes.
watching
'Cause
everybody's
if you
movements.
see somebody doing something improper, you're going to be like, you're going to get hurt out there.
Exactly.
People are running into each other, and you're going to get hurt if you do that.
But OnlyFans, there was an outcry.
Yes.
There was an outcry of all the
When the children cry.
when the sex workers cry, OnlyFans will deny their request for no more porn in the future. It says here on the headlines, OnlyFans reverses the planned porn ban after backlash from its adult content creators.
I feel like that first line was written by Dr. Seuss. OnlyFans versus the Planned Porn Ban.
OnlyFans versus the Planned Porn Ban, or Eminem or something.
Yeah. Backlash from its adult content creators.
And chronic masturbators.
Yeah. Was the main motivator.
So the content subscription service OnlyFans announced Wednesday that it was dropping the plan to ban sexually explicit content from its platform. Now,
so basically,
the reversal comes a week after the London-based company announced proposal changes. Now, I didn't know they were from London. Not that it matters,
right?
But from what I understand,
show us your tea, crumpets, governor. No,
they were doing this. They were doing this because they were having trouble establishing relationships with banking systems.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that. And the banking systems were saying, "Hey,
that's you're lewd, you're porn.
We can't put faith into you." And yeah. Well, after the backlash, they're saying now that the banking systems have faith in them, and we're going to be changing course on the planned action that was to remove all the adult content.
Yeah.
And that's penetration porn specifically. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have anything where you're masturbating or doing anything like that. So a lot of these people, they had a fucking big outcry, which, a lot of these people now, that's how they make their living.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's the reason why.
So,
that's the joke. That's the reason why. No, there's no waitresses at some of these restaurants.
Right, they're all doing OnlyFans. Which, hey, whatever.
More power to them.
Hey, guess what? If I could do it,
I mean, you
probably
can.
be doing it.
You can.
Who's gonna pay?
You've been giving it away this long. What's the old comedy line?
I'm not sure. I want to hear the answer to this question.
Go ahead.
Who's gonna pay to see me just give a wank? Like, seriously,
that's going to be the new opener. And Josh Briley, who's going to pay
to see me give a wank? Seriously though, like,
that sounds like something you've stood up in a bar drunk and said before.
No. I'm gonna ask
who's going to pay.
Let me ask you straight up.
Yeah.
If you knew that you would get a livable wage, now when I say livable wage, that means about what you make now. Like, if you could be guaranteed that money. I'm serious.
I'm going to put in my 2-week notice. I'm going to be jerking off over here on a cam.
Dude, don't make a joke out of this. Seriously. If you could be guaranteed at least the money that you make right now,
right,
all you had to do is jerk off in front of a camera once a week, would you do it?
I don't think so, man.
Seriously.
Yeah. Because then,
you would just live. All you got to do, and for you, it's probably like, what, 3 minutes? Something like that? You get paid like $50,000 a year for 3 minutes a week?
Right.
And you're still going to deny that.
Because then it's kind of like, how'd you get the money? What do you do for a living?
I jerk off in front of the camera.
But we tithe on it.
Oh, God.
We give money to the church. We don't want none of your sinful money.
Oh, goddamn.
The church is getting a new air unit put in. Yeah, Brother Richard over there. One Jankin Gatorade put in an all-nighter.
Oh, my God. Oh, my son may be listening to this. No.
That's a shirt.
No.
My son may be listening.
No.
But yeah, I don't think I could tell anybody where the money came from. You know what I mean?
My left arm.
Yeah. Like, it's just... But once again, though, there is no currency in penis. You know what I mean? Like, there's a comedian, Dan Soder, that talks about, dick dollars isn't a thing. like if a woman says she's not doing anything with you, you're just like, oh, okay. Well, that's hurtful, But like if a guy says he's holding out, it's like...
I don't know, man.
I don't know. First off, I couldn't make that money. Second off, I don't think I'd want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's the shame of having to tell people what you did and how you did it. And now you talk about 4 times what I make right now, then
I'll get a GoPro tomorrow.
I'll put it on magnets and pop it on my car. Of course, I'll be driving a Corvette. It'll just say www.iwankforaliving.com.
iwankforlife.com.
My horn would just be like jerk noises. Get out of the way, asshole!
You could do Wank for Life, and half of your money that you earn could be donated to charity.
Got sponsorships by
Wank
like
for
Jergens. Brawny Paper Towel Company.
Oh my God. We need to make that happen. Wankforlife.com.
I'm sure it's a site. I mean, we could just look right now.
We probably
Avert
need
your
to.
eyes.
Wankforlife.com.
Is it with a 4?
WANK.
FORE or
No,
just the
not
number
wake.
4? Oh,
Wank.
my keyboard doesn't work sometimes.
4. Life.
It's probably some like
.com.
.com.
Huh, we're having trouble finding the site. Well, all you motherfuckers listening there,
I don't really
don't you go and copyright that shit.
really
We're going to
wanna-
have it.
Google it at all.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Anyways,
That's a
we'll just drop it there.
Yeah, so we're going to
But dog dicks are weird.
We're gonna buy that website.
Yeah.
And make it happen.
So
who's gonna be the first wanker, me or you?
you already told you I ain't doing it. We've been doing this for 4 years. We only got $14.50 in the account, and sadly, that's from our wives. They just felt pity.
But either way, man. OnlyFans, they're reversing the planned porn ban.
They pulled a Twinkie.
They're reversing it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like when Twinkie came out, we're like, we're
done.
We're done. We're not making Twinkies anymore. And then it's like everybody was like, oh, bullshit. And then like a week later, they're like, hey, we were saved miraculously at the 0 hour. We're gonna make Twinkies again.
They just wanted that.
Yeah, it's okay. Here's your attention. Here's your attention, OnlyFans. How much of that was probably just let's say we're gonna do this?
I honestly think they believed that was what was happening just because of the problems that they were having with fucking with banking systems and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's why, the weed business, it's only cash only.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they won't fucking take a debit card or anything because they can't deal with banks like fucking...
Electronically?
Well, they can't establish relationships with banking systems.
So you're telling me that they have like a underground like mason jar that they bury their money in?
I'm just telling you, anywhere you go in any state that is a legal recreational pot state,
Yeah.
you will not have a debit card transaction. And that's what a lot of people online have been talking about, is because, like, why won't they take debit card, blah, 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 blah. It's because the federal government is still saying that it's illegal. So they can't establish a relationship with the bank and deal with it, with electronic transactions and blah, 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 blah. So OnlyFans is been insured that if they move forward with, I guess it was the outcry.
Yeah.
Maybe the pot people hasn't made the proper outcry yet.
I don't know.
But
I didn't know
know
this was a thing.
yeah, the strokers and the pumpers have made the proper outcry. Hey, you are fucking with my living. That's basically what they said. And, like I said, they said, thank you, everyone, for making your voices heard. The platform tweeted Wednesday. We have secured assurances necessary to support our diverse creator community. Doesn't that sound fucking modern as hell, doesn't it? Support our diverse creator community. And we have suspended the planned October 1st policy change.
You can still show your hooters and ha-ha.
OnlyFans stands for inclusion, and we will continue to provide a home for all creators. So if you want to stuff a rainbow in your pussy,
Well, you can't do that.
by all means, do it. Oh, you
Well,
can.
you said there's no...
Insertion porn. That's what they were going to ban.
Oh, gotcha.
and all these people that are making their living from insertion porn
Did
and
you say a
wanking.
rainbow?
Rem.
Oh, a Rambo. That's like a rainbow?
The 80s porn star Johnny Rambone.
Oh.
He made a mold of his wiener, and they make dildos out of it now.
Wow.
Yeah, he used to have he used to have to take medicine to supply blood to his wiener. Seriously.
It's a Viagra.
I don't know, man. It was like, I remember the rumor, and an old dude at work, like the job that I used to work at, he told me, he was like, Johnny Rambo used to have to take pills. That way, whenever he got a hard on, he wouldn't pass out. Like what?
That sounds made up.
I don't know, man.
I mean, the way you delivered it sounds educational.
Oh, definitely.
You know that man, Johnny Rambo? That sounds like a credible source.
That son of a bitch, it was big as hell, man, and like had an elbow in it. He had a fucking ace bandage on it when he got older.
Got it in a sling. Yeah. Well, kudos
put
to
some
the
WD-40 on it.
kudos to the people that are not going to be working in a normal job again. Everybody just getting naked for
Just
money.
because you don't want to do it, don't.
I was looking forward to my
Look, let's read this here. The proposed October 1st, 2021 changes are no longer required due to the banking partner's assurances that OnlyFans can support all genres of creators, the company said in a statement to Yahoo News. So, I mean, evidently the uproar made the banking people change their minds.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. A site that says, well,
Look at
only
this.
people that pay for it.
Look at this. That despite those issues, however, OnlyFans, which has more than 120 million subscribers, was still able to generate a large positive cash flow, and also paid out more than $300 million a month to its content creators. So if they are paying $300 million a month to all their
they're taking a cut.
content creators. Yeah. So, dude, that's huge business. That's huge business. That's why the banking system has changed their minds.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, from that, Josh, we go to this. Man photographed his baby on the Nirvana's Nevermind cover, sues Nirvana, alleging child pornography.
God damn it. Seriously.
Now, I'll be honest with you. Every time I've ever seen that thing, I was like, why they gotta show the baby dick like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. I've always thought that, ever since I was a kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I figured if it was something that was illegal, they would have probably busted it by now. You know what I mean?
So the notion with that is any photography of a child that is still like an infant, if it's considered like
art,
or like non-sexual in nature, then it's totally fine.
Yeah. Well,
that's why a lot of people they share their bath pictures and stuff, like on Facebook or something.
Right.
And nobody says anything. I mean, it's fucking weird when it's somebody else's
yeah,
kid.
it is weird.
But
Spencer Eldon, the man whose unusual baby portrait was used for one of the most recognizable album covers of all time, Nirvana's Nevermind, filed a lawsuit Tuesday alleging that the nude image constituted as child pornography. The album cover depicts Eldon underwater in a swimming pool as a then infant. Why do they got to write it so weird? With his genitalia exposed. The image has generally been understood as a statement on capitalism, as it includes the digital imposition of a dollar bill on the fishhook that the baby appears to be enthusiastically swimming towards. Non-sexualized nude photos of infants are generally not considered child pornography under law. However, Eldon's lawyer offers an unusual interpretation of the image to argue that it crosses the line into child pornography, writing that the inclusion of the currency in the shot makes the baby appear like a sex worker.
oh my God. Like, seriously. You're like fucking 30-something years old now.
Well, not only that, he's recreated this photo like several times.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. At least every fucking, 7-8 years probably, he's recreated this photo.
Yeah.
There's been, okay.
Sounds like
there
he's
was-
just trying to get paid for it.
And that's what somebody else said on it was Twitter, and they tweeted that out, and they were like, "Hey, you know, he's just trying to make him some money right now. Whatever, like cash cow that he had, is gone probably.
Right, probably.
So he's just trying to get paid some more."
Eldon has repeatedly recreated the pose as a teenager and adult, diving into pools to pose with swim trunks on the occasion of the album's 10th, 17th, and 20th and 25th anniversaries. However, in most of the interviews accompanying these photo shoots, he's expressed deeply mixed feelings about being famous for the Nevermind cover and whether he was exploited by it. Until now, despite his ongoing ambivalence about the photo's legacy, he hadn't described it as pornographic. Now, his parents were paid $200 when he was a kid, basically. So, wouldn't you be like suing the parents? There's no money there.
Right.
Did you just stop?
My mom, she makes about, I don't know,
Did you
$500?
Did you okay.
My heel.
Okay. I was like, did somebody just knock on the door? Sorry. Your mom makes what, $500 you were going to say?
Social Security.
So
I mean, what the fuck?
yeah, man. This just seems
No money
like,
in suing the parents.
Yeah. It seems like something, the parents put you in.
They did. I mean, he was an infant. Think about it. You know? I mean, they didn't know what this fucking thing was going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at this point in 1991, nobody knew what the fucking Nirvana was. You know what I mean? And so they took the $200 and I don't know if they get paid like per album or anything.
I don't
like
think
that.
so. I think it's just a one-time payment.
Right.
You know, like
so that's probably why he's trying to get some money.
yeah, I guess. I mean, it seems like something a kid would do. You know, if you were like down on your luck or whatever, and you were like, well, hey, I was the kid, it's like the child star, you know what I mean? Like the child actor.
Right.
But he had one brush of fame, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I'm a famous kid. I was in a famous thing.
Right.
You know, be like the Gerber baby.
Kind of gave him a complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Gerber baby. Like, I want some of that Gerber money. Well, we're changing
I want $1 of everybody's Gerber money.
Shit. What else we have here, Josh? Which one do you want to do?
Let's do this.
This one right here?
Yeah, so I titled this House Cat, and when I sent it to our email here, so I just want to know, like, you see the setting here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to maximize the screen here. Goddamn, I'm doing wrong. I can't.
I'm just going to wait and see how long it takes you to figure it out.
Well, it's not letting me maximize this.
You're an idiot.
There we go.
You were okay. Hold on. Somebody has obviously recorded this off of their phone, and there was a little maximize icon
And
that
that's
was
why
on
I was
the
trying
video.
to hit it.
Josh, was,
but I'm an idiot because I tried to.
You were
tap
trying to click it, and it's like it's right over here. I was going to see how long it took you to figure it out. Stop! I'm trying to turn the volume up for you.
Nope.
Before you click on the video again. All right.
What you doing in this situation?
So says I'm never coming over to your house again. Our friendship will end that very day. Some jokes are expensive, and is that a tiger or a cat? That's
a lion.
It's a lioness, and he's grabbing the guy's leg and won't let him go.
She's got a paw on him, but it's a firm paw.
Ow! And
He's
she's
like, ow, that's
biting
hurting.
him. She's biting him too. Oh, now she's going for his head.
Look at him. Look at that face. That's like, I don't know.
He kind of looks like
what's
Bert
happening
Kreischer.
right now.
He's gonna try to outrun the lion. And she's biting him on the butt.
As he's trying to run in this fucking living room. Like, that fucking lion has grabbed him in a double waist lock
Like
and
he's
is
gonna-
biting him on the ass.
Like he's gonna German suplex him.
But
Or
what
she's gonna German suplex him.
what tells me that this lion is domesticated, and you see my two fingers here.
Yeah.
Domesticated.
Well, as much as you can be for a lion.
That motherfucker's wearing a collar.
Yeah.
So this is somebody's baby, and they are letting this happen. And it looks like, and where I've paused this, that he's like, come on, Ahmed. Tell this motherfucker to let me go. He's grabbing on.
Jeez.
So, what? God damn. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
The lions would be another thing that, like the alligator for me.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that video where they're at like this safari park type place and they're on this place with all these lions and one of the lions walks over to the car and they're just like, and it's a lion like that, like a lioness, like a female. And it just grabs the door handle with its mouth and opens it, and they're like, and they speed off, like they slam the door closed real quick, and they're like, lock the doors. I didn't know he could do that.
I've done this before.
Yeah, he did. She just walked right over and just grabbed the handle with his mouth.
How
and
y'all
popped it
doing?
open.
I'm a lion, bitch.
I'm gonna peel this open like a can of sardines and eat what's inside.
Because to her, it is sardines inside.
Fast food.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. If you had a lion and you didn't protect me, that's over with. Like I'm not coming to your house ever. What are we looking at here?
Oh, I didn't mean this was just up next.
Huh.
It's not a good video.
No.
It's not a good video at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever have a lion. Like I've got a little 1-foot dog that I'm getting its nuts cut
Which
off
way?
tomorrow. Both. I'm getting its nuts
I
cut
got
off
a 1
tomorrow.
by 1.
And and even his little dog pisses everywhere. It's like I couldn't imagine a lion. You gonna discipline a lion? No, you just piss wherever you want to, man. It's cool.
Exactly. Like he pisses a fucking puddle the size of a kiddie pool in the floor in the living room. You're like, I'm gonna whip this shit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
You play too much. Just sitting there cleaning it up. You know you were wrong for this.
Don't you do it again. Don't you do it again.
I ain't, no, man. I've never understood why people want those exotic pets like that.
It's got to be a rush of some sort.
Yes.
I mean, it's
a tiger, a lion.
Same reason like people get snakes and stuff. It's like it's got to be associated with some kind of living on the edge type shit.
Yeah.
You know, living on the edge of a lightning bolt.
I guess, but I couldn't.
I guess, but
couldn't imagine.
No, I'm not trying to live on that edge.
Well, we'll go out on that one, Josh. But if they want to hear more of our stuff, if they want to follow us on social media, how do they do that?
Well, man, on Twitter, we are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, put in that search bar, Pop Poncho, Poncho. You will see our photo on Facebook. Like I said, Poncho. Put in that search bar, you'll see our photo. On our phone number, 731-300-6675.
It's like his body's shut down because he's almost home.
I am.
We're just going to sleep right here. For Josh Bradley, this is Richard Mulligan saying thanks for listening and good night.